Hello, Leo. Here we go. I'm going to pick a dice like we did last week, and then based on the dice, if it is a even number, we're going to go with the Awakening deck. If it is odd number, we're going with the Mermaid deck. All right, we'll choose the black dice. It is 5. It is 5. So we're going to go with the Mermaid deck. I'm going to shuffle, and I'm going to turn the camera around this week because I know sometimes you can't see the complete reading when I do the camera the other way. So I'm going to shuffle, and I'll be with you guys in just a moment. All right, Leo. These are your messages for the week, Leo. Let's see what your week brings. Leo, if this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. If you would like a personal reading, you can book those on herbalempressnee.com. The link is in the description box below. If you would like to join me over on TikTok on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, whether to get a reading or to just chit chat, you can do so. The information is also in the description box below. All right, here we go. Leo, what is your message for the week? What is your message for the week? Okay. The card literally covered the camera. Okay. I'm going to pull a few more. Pull 2 more. All right. Okay, Leo, here we go. I'm going to show you the cards, and then I'm going to turn the camera around. So here are your cards. Okay. Hello, Leo. How are you? All right, we're going to get into your reading, Leo. See what this week will bring for you. Okay, Leo. All right, so you have, it's like it's I'm trying to describe this so you understand. So you have like a cycle going on for you right now. So you could be blocking out a person because you're tired of hearing what they have to say, right? You feel like this person is almost like a crab in a barrel, right? Like you've gotten to the top of the barrel and they're just trying to pull you back. So you're like covering your ears, like, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want to, like, I'm distancing myself from you. However, there's somebody on the other side that is like, hey, I have this treasure over here for you. Whatever that treasure is for you, Leo. It could be love, it could be money, it could be in the form of whatever, a home, a car, whatever, right? But they have something for you. And they're like, hey, Leo, look at this over here. It's so pretty, it's glowing, it's yours, right? And you're not looking in that direction because you're so busy blocking out this other person. So like you just have your head down and you're not seeing either or. It's like by you putting your head down and deciding to deal with this situation by just like you know how a kid doesn't want to hear you talk anymore and they just put their hands over their ears and close their eyes and just start yelling like, ah, it's like you're that way towards another individual, but because you are doing all this, you can't see that there's another individual on this side of you offering you relief, whatever that relief is. So, for example, you, and this again is not going to resonate, this is just an example so you understand what I'm saying. So you have a roommate. I'm going to go with a roommate. You have a roommate that's just a roommate, no relations involved, right? Y'all are just roommates. I gotta stipulate that. um y'all are roommates, and this person has become toxic. Your relationship with this person has become toxic. So you're no longer paying attention to this person, right? You're just like, no, I don't want to hear what you have to say. You could go in the room and turn your earphones all the way up and tune this person out, because you're just like, this is how I'm going to deal with the situation. I don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to hear them talk on the phone. I don't want to hear what they're watching on TV. I just don't. Like, I'm just over it. And if I hear something, I'm going to want to go argue. I'm going to want to participate in toxic behavior. And I don't want to do that. So you got these big earphones on. You're sitting there with your eyes closed. Like I said, you're oblivious to the roommate, and you're blocking the roommate out. But yet your phone is ringing and someone's offering you a new place to live, right? And so it's like you're missing that opportunity because you're so focused on blocking this person out. When reality is, you should be focused on moving towards the future and figuring out a solution to your problem. So even though you're choosing to deal with this person in your life, and it doesn't have to be a lover, right? It could be anybody. That's why I said a roommate. It could be anybody. But it's somebody that's like in your ear, and you're just like, I've had enough. I've had enough of you talking towards me toxic. I've had enough of you treating me a certain way, whatever, right? And so you just, like I said, you tuning them out. You're just like, or you have these big music earphone, noise canceling earphones on, where, and you have your eyes closed so you can't see or hear anything. But by, like I said, you choosing to deal with it in that manner, you're also closing out something that could be beneficial and good for you, and a solution to this problem that you have with the other person, right? So it's like, you can choose to close your eyes and stomp your feet and deal with it that way. But if you're yelling and screaming and have your ears closed, how can you hear this other person over here say, hey, Leo, I have this solution for you on a platter. You need somewhere to move? This is how much money you got. Guess what? I need someone in this space, and this is how much money I need for you to deposit to get in this space. But you missing that offer when you could have just been out of this situation, right? But you choose to block it out and not deal with it accordingly, instead of just, okay, this is this. I'm gonna be open and honest. I'm gonna deal with them. I'm gonna control my feelings. And I'm not going to let what they do or say bother me. I'm just going to go in here and chill. I don't care if they turn their TV on. I don't care if I hear them talking on the phone. My mindset is, I'm going to just transport myself to a whole nother place. I'm not even here. But at the same time, if you do that, you're still open to see if your phone rings, or you get an email or a message or whatever saying this other opportunity is here. So, but you, like I said, you're choosing to kind of close your eyes either way to not deal with this other situation over here, that you can't see the good, because you're just blocked out from everything. You're just blocked out everything and everybody, instead of just this person. So it's like this person pissed you off, or I don't necessarily think they pissed you off. I think, like I said, it's just a more so you realizing they're holding you back, or you feel as if they're holding you back or sucking your energy dry, right? And so you're just like, I don't want to deal with it. But you're missing somebody that could replenish your energy. You're missing someone that can pour into you because you're just blocking everything out. There, yeah. Because there's a lot of options for you to grow and to collab with other people, right? And no matter how that collab, what that collab means, meaning it could be anything, really. It could be working together, um, collaborating like businesses, collaborating skill sets, anything. It could be you collaborating with this other person because they need a roommate. If I don't really think this roommate situation is applying, but it might resonate with some. This is why it came out, but it's like you have other options. You have other people that you know that you could probably have a better living situation with. You have other people that you know that are looking for a roommate, that the housing is better, or it's closer to your job or whatever, right? Like you have those options to collaborate. But I think you're more so concerned with what someone is painting for you versus what is real. Meaning, all that glitters is not gold. And instead of you looking for someone to hold that gold piece up and say, hey, look at this gold here, look at this gold here, right? Don't you want this gold? It's like, why do I want that gold? There's other golds. The other gold might be good for me. But I don't want to go and search for my golds or dig it up or whatever. I just want you to hand it to me. And because they're handing it to you, it's just nice and shiny, right? It looks really good, but that doesn't necessarily mean because the coin looks really good that it's worth anything, right? So you have to make sure that even though there's options for you to collaborate with people, remember that all that glitters is not gold. Meaning, don't look for someone else to have an easy solution for you. So even though there's other people around you, because you can't see it right now because you're doing too much, there's other people around you that want to help you. Make sure that those people that are helping you are people that truly want to help you. Because you're going to be discovering a lot. There's going to be a lot of new beginnings. It may be one specific offer that is coming to you that you need to pay attention to, because it's one particular offer that's going to change a lot for you and kind of put things in total perspective, and also kind of put you on a path where you feel like you're truly stepping into your purpose and walking your purpose, walking the destined path, so to speak. But you really need to understand all the options that are on the table. And Dallas just snored really loud, so I'm guessing that's confirmation. We'll go with that, right? So again, just make sure you understand all the options on the table. We'll repeat that clearly, and remember, all that glitters isn't gold. Meaning, if say for example, we're gonna stick with the housing situation, um, just so we don't get too confused, right? So say you got 3 offers, you know, for a living situation. And one offer, it's beautiful, it's luxurious, and it's everything of luxury, right? It might not be necessarily the luxury you're looking for, but it's everything of luxury. And they giving it to you at a good price. And it's just like, wow, most apartments that are looking like this are going to cost this much, right? And so I'm just going to throw a number out there, right? So most apartments that look like this are like $3,500 a month. Wait, did I say that right? 35, yeah, 3,500, right? A month. Wait, I didn't say that. I feel like I'm not saying that right. $3,500. Why is that so weird? Okay, sorry. But so like most apartments are 3,500 a month. But I found this luxurious apartment for 2,400. So why am I getting this deal? And then you just like you look at the lease and it's just like you have amenity fees and this fee and that fee. So by the time you add all of the fees and the special request and special all that, right? Like it comes to be 3,500. So you're really not, right? So all that glitters isn't gold. So they kind of gave you the idea that it was luxury and you could get it for cheap, but really you're getting it at the same price because you're ended up paying all these fees. So it's not like really all the glitters not gold, right? Whereas you could have another place where it could be the perfect place. It could be close to your job. It's not the most luxurious, but it's something that you can decorate, whatever, 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 right? And the third option might be also a little bit glamorous, but it could be glamorous and then be in like the not safe neighborhood. It could be like, a luxury apartment, but it's in the middle of the hood pretty much, or the middle of the trailer park, and you're just like, why would you put this here, right? Like it's a luxury apartment and you're putting this right here. Like, so it's like if you had housing options like that, like which one would you consider? Probably the middle one, right? Where it's close to work. It's not that luxurious, but you can make it your own. It's in your affordable pricing. Nobody's trying to like put added extra fees on there. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a solid option, but it's up to you to be able to see that all that glitters isn't gold, because you could clearly take that first apartment thinking you got a deal if you don't pay attention and then end up paying the same amount of money anyway, right? So think about it like that when it comes to these options that are coming up for you. Make sure that you choose the option that's right for you, because you have like I said, there's new adventures coming in for you, but you also need to understand where you are and why these adventures are coming up for you. Because this, like, it's like you're moving forward. Even you getting rid of this person, whoever it is, like I said, relationship, roommate, family, friend, whoever, list goes on and on. By you getting rid of this person, even though the act of you getting rid of them might not be the most mature way, right? Because it's like I said, you're having your hand on your ears and you're stomping until you can't hear anything and you can't hear anybody. So it might not be the most mature way, but the actions you're taking in order to push this person back are actually pushing you forward, right? It's like this is your good karma. You had to let go of this and realize the toxic cycle that you were in order to move forward so that you're no longer in the toxic cycle. And you're ready to do that. And you're ready to do that like fast. Like you're in a fast motion. Like I'm grabbing the bull by the horn and I'm just going for it, right? Like I'm ready to move forward. But like I said, there's something that you need to make sure that when the way that you move forward, that all the options on the table are going to be the best option for you. Make sure you have full clarity and do your research before you move forward, because you don't want something to be a heavier burden or heavier load than you're already carrying, right? So it doesn't make sense. Again, we're going to stick with the roommate situation. And this, like, again, it could be anything, it could be anybody, right? It doesn't have to be a roommate, it could be a coworker. But say you don't want to be in your feelings and make decisions based on your emotions because you're having issues with this roommate. So where you just like I'm gonna pick an apartment, and then you just pick the most luxurious one. Again, that wasn't the best option, right? That was the option that was appeared to be glitter, but it's not gold, right? It's glittering like gold, but it's not gold. And you fell for it because you weren't paying attention, because you were so in your feelings about this other person, right? So it applies to this as well. You need to be able to see clearly and do your research that you need to do, whatever this is. Again, regardless of how this applies to you, work, roommate, love, whatever, right? Make sure you do your research, because what you don't want to do is move on and do this out of emotion, or do this out of frustration, make decision based on a frustration, because it could be a heavier burden for you to carry if you do that, right? You need to be able to have full clarity. Like I said, do the research. If you did the research on all of these apartments, you would know that the second place is the best place for you. Money wise, it's close to your job. You can walk if you want to, take a train, ride a bike, whatever, right? Like, but you're there. Like, you have access to whatever it is that you like to have access to, whatever, like, whether it be clubs, museums, whatever you're into, parks. It's like you're there, right? And if you're not going to be able to clearly take a step back and say, okay, these are my options, this is what I need, what best fits my need, and you're just choosing based on glitz and glam, you're going to end up having a heavier burden. So when you do move forward not only with determination that you've made the best decision, move forward where you feel the most passion, right? And not like passion like that. I mean, like the passion where, say if you do go and see this second apartment and you're just like, you just feel inspired when you're in there, right? You just want to do things, you want to build things, you want to do all these DIY projects, like it's inspiring you just being in that environment, knowing that this could be your home, right? So move forward with whatever gives you that passion. What provides that passion? Like, you have enough passion inside of you, but what do you feel like draws that out more? What environment do you feel draws that out more? And then once you do make this decision and you move forward and understand that you're making the right decision, so you don't have an extra burden to carry because you already got enough on your plate, right? Once you make that decision, you're going to pretty much stick with it. But you need to also be quiet about this. Almost be sneaky in a way. I don't want to encourage sneakiness, but like almost be sneaky in a way, because like I said, you have this person that you're letting go of. So if you're trying to let go and move forward and not involve this person, why are you going to tell all of their friends what you're doing or where you now live at, right? So if this is like a roommate situation, again, just for example, if you've moved out and you and your roommate had issues and you were able to move out and you found a place and you're loving your place and you're inspired and you have your friends over and you can do whatever it is that you love around your place, why do you need to go and tell your roommate's friends where you're living at, what you're doing? Like, oh, they can do this now, they couldn't do that when they lived with you. Why does that? None of that matters. None of that matters, right? So why are you not in a place where you're just enjoying your new home and the activities that you can do while you're there, versus wanting to go run back and tell your roommate like where you live at now and what you're doing? Because if they come to your house, yeah, you don't have to answer the door, but at the same time that's disturbing your peace, and the whole point of you moving was to have peace of mind in your own home. So if you're out there bragging and you're, yeah, I'm here, I live over here and I'm doing this and I moved up, and you know what I mean, like you're telling people where you're living at. So now that means your space is invaded because they know how to get there. right? So keep your mouth shut as you move into receiving your gifts, whatever this is. It doesn't have to be an apartment. I just use that as an example. Again, it could be a new job, it could be a home, it could be a whatever, right? It could be a love situation. It depends, right? Take it how it resonates to you. But whatever this is, make sure that you keep your mouth shut and move low key and quietly while you're getting your gifts and your rewards. Because it doesn't make sense for you to leave the toxic drama just to bring the toxic drama back to you, right? It's like if you know that these certain people are not going to be happy for you, if you say, "Hey, I got a new job," and these people are like, "Why'd you get a new job?" It's probably dumb. It's probably not better than the old job. I liked your old job. What are these people paying you more? Oh, you think you're rich now because you're making more money? Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? If you know that it's gonna be a negative experience by you telling these people that you're gonna be doing good, then why are you bragging that you're doing good and allowing that? If you don't give them the information, they can't go back and forth with you on the information. They can't talk about it. They can't try to, they can't try to block your blessing because they don't even know what the blessing is. So why are you getting the blessing and then going back and telling them and giving all the information to them for them to be able to, again, I mean, like I said, they can't block your blessing. It's your blessing. The only like person that can block it is you. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying. Why give them that information? If you're like, oh my gosh, y'all are always talking. If you got a new relationship and they're just like, every time I get in a relationship, y'all do this or y'all say this and da 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 da, right? Then why even tell them about the new relationship? Why not keep it to yourself and share it with a group of friends or share it with someone you trust and keep it confidential versus going to tell people you know don't have the best interest for you or gonna go spread rumors or try to mess your relationship up just because you're happy, right? Why are you feeding those people the information? And if you're trying to move away from them, don't provide them with information. So, Leo, that is your message for the week. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you get through this and you're able to make your decision because there's a lot that you need to pay attention to. So, if you've been dealing with something that you've been trying to avoid, don't avoid it, deal with it, because the only way that you're going to get your blessings coming into you is if you deal with the current problem, and you can't avoid it or act like it doesn't exist. So, Leo, those are your messages for the week. Have a good week. I will see you next week.